what's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to the Diamond Kingdom. It's the Diamond Line, and today we are continuing here in our third part of the scary haunted house build. And everything has been outside so far. We've been doing a lot of work on the outside, and today we are going to be adding some skeleton horses. Now, this is going to be kind of an interesting video. We're straying away slightly from the haunted house theme in a sense, because today it's going to be more about the skeleton horses, how you get skeleton horses, where they spawn, how does it work. And I actually found out some information myself, because I happened to be by the base probably like a week or two ago, and I saw a skeleton horse, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Went up to the skeleton horse. All of a sudden, it gets struck by lightning, and a bunch of skeleton horses with skeletons on top of them started attacking me. So that is kind of the impetus to how that whole thing started. So now I have a bunch of skeleton horses, which is kind of cool, and we're going to be using them, and we're going to be putting them over in our area here. So I'll be giving you guys some information on skeleton horses today. And like I said, I figured because it's Halloween time and things like that, I figured this was the perfect video to kind of to integrate a little bit of Minecraft knowledge for you guys, especially with Minecraft horses, because you guys know how much we love our Minecraft horses in this world. So the interesting thing is, I'll show you guys what they look like real quick. So it's definitely an interesting looking mob. It's definitely a little bit different compared to some other things in Minecraft, but look at the skeleton horse. They're kind of creepy looking. I'm not going to lie, they are a little bit creepy looking. And I think that's kind of the appeal. I think that's what makes them so cool. And you know, just to get a little bit of information on them, this is from the Minecraft Wiki. And a little bit of information. So, the skeleton horse is an undead horse. It's a passive mob, but yeah. So the skeleton horseman redirect. So it's an undead variant of the horse. It sometimes spawns when lightning strikes. So a group of skeleton horsemen spawned, and it's called a skeleton trap. So the skeleton trap horse is a hostile skeleton horse spawned from a fraction of lightning generated naturally by a thunderstorm, which is a 0.75 to 1.5% chance on easy, a 1.5 to 4% chance on normal. So I guess that's why it's happened more regularly, because I am on normal, and a 2.25 to 6.75% chance on hard. And it also depends on the regional difficulty. And again, because it's by our house, the regional difficulty I think is a lot higher over here. So the lightning strike caused by a channeling enchanted trident, and lightning strikes on a lightning rod never spawn a skeleton trap horse. The trap horse despawns after 15 minutes if not triggered. The skeleton trap horse is triggered when a player comes within 10 blocks of it, resulting in a lightning strike that does not start fires or damage nearby. When struck, the skeleton trap horse transforms into a skeleton horseman. So that's kind of where you end up getting these horses from. And a bunch of them spawn, a bunch of skeletons spawn on top of them. It's a little bit creepy, but it is really cool. And the first time it happened, I guess I haven't been playing the game enough. I didn't know that it happened. So that was kind of cool. And like I said, I figured for a Halloween special week, I figured this would be the perfect type of video to be doing today. So we are going to be breaking this down a little bit, just so we could get our little skeleton horses out of here. Now, another little bit of information on skeleton horses is they actually do really well in water. So if, let's say you're fighting a, what's it called? they will not drown when you put them in the water. So you can ride a horse underwater. Now, unless you have um, it does not affect the player's ability to drown though. So you definitely need some type of helmet, a respirator helmet, in order to not drown. But the skeleton horse will not drown, which is kind of cool. So definitely, if you are going into a water temple, a really good thing to have, probably skeleton horses. Funny enough, and you could see none of them are drown. They're not floating, um, but they will not drown. So a little bit of information there, and I'm hoping that they come up this way. Come on, guys. So that gives you a little bit of an idea, just kind of how they work. They don't really swim that well, but they don't need to because they will not drown. Another thing is their health. They have really good health. They're fairly fast as well. But the bad thing about them is, unfortunately, you cannot breed them. So I can't give them each a piece of wheat and they will make baby horses, skeleton horses. It will not happen. So don't even try. You will not get baby skeleton horses, unfortunately. These are unbreedable. So that's why they're even more like you really got to take care of them because they can actually, when they die, that's it. And you cannot regenerate their health either. So if they take a hit of health or things like that, they do not respawn. They will die. No respawning for our skeleton horses here. So a couple of little things on them. Like I said, they are rideable, which I'll show you guys in a second. You can ride these skeleton horses, which is kind of cool. You cannot put armor on them or chests, but that's okay because just looking at them and everything else, they're kind of cool enough. That would have been just a little extra bone on top, but a bump, little pun there. But nonetheless, all kidding aside, I think these are a really cool mob to add to your game if you are able to find the skeleton trap horse, which I said, again, if you're playing on easy, it's going to be really difficult. You have a 1.5% chance of them spawning. Those are not great odds to say the least. So you really, ideally, that's probably why I've seen it 3 times now is because I play on normal mode. So I guess I have a 4% chance of seeing this special little creature. Like I said too, you can ride them. So we're gonna ride it real quick, just so you guys can get an idea. Kind of, they're not necessarily the fastest, but they're not the slowest horse. Um, I've definitely had slower horses than this in the past. So there you go. You get a little look at our skeleton horse. Like I said, you cannot put armor on him, unfortunately, but that's okay. And now we're going to ride him in the water just so you guys get an idea of how they kind of work in the water. And I was going to jump, but you know what? Because his health, he does not regenerate health. I do not want that to happen. And again, that's another thing. They do not regenerate health naturally, and you cannot feed them to regenerate their health. So again, a couple of things that it is a little bit difficult to work with these guys. And like I said, they will not drown, which is another added nice benefit. They will go down as well, which is kind of cool. So this is definitely a mob that if you're in, like I said, you're trying to get a water temple, this is the right mob here. This is the right mob for you. And yeah, I think this is a really cool addition. Again, especially this time of year. And yeah, a little bit of information on the skeleton horse. So now you guys know, now that we've got them in our haunted house, a little spotlight on a cool mob that is quite rare. Like I said, 1.5 to 5.75, depending on your mode or difficulty. 0.75 to 5.75% chance of spawning naturally. I'm sure there's a way you could summon them in, but of course we're in survival, so we are not summoning any of them in. I believe there's other games where they actually have zombie horses. I remember in Mo Creatures, they had zombie horses, which is kind of cool. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys like what we're doing here at the channel, want to see more videos like this and the rest of our build, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.